Okay, here we are. Camp dinner number 2. I had a great hike today. I don't know if I said this in a prior video. I'm just going to link a whole bunch of these together. I had a great hike today around the lake. I went the entire perimeter of Lake Manzanita in Mount Lassen National Park, Volcanic National Park. It was fantastic. Quite a stroll, but it was really beautiful. So I decided to come back, have a very, very light snack, and take a nap. And now I'm fixing some dinner. We have a little bit of a heat issue with this. It's really hard sometimes to tolerate the heat. So I have some chicken wings browning, and I'm going to add a little bit of lime to these. They're actually were marinated in a what is it? Wild buffalo wings, wild wings, or buffalo wild wings. Yeah. Marinade. Often I do a lot of stuff my own ahead, but it just wasn't possible this time. So I bought some products to give them a try, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so I add a little lime juice. That's going to break away some of that from the pan. But I thought it'd be interesting to add this Hefeweizen as well. It's what? Anyway, it has a nice flavor. It actually has some lovely flavor to it, a little hoppy. So that'll break away some of the colorization down there on the skillet. And then, so I turn the heat down a little bit, and then I'm going to put the rest of the sauce that the wings marinated in. I'm going to add it to the skillet, and then let it just all reduce down until it's super clingy around the wings. And in the meantime, I pre-cooked some ramen this morning before I went out on my hike, and I'm going to saute some onions and some garlic, and then add this kale and toss the ramen in it with a little bit of soy, put a little bone broth in there. See the bone broth? I'm going to be using it in both of these dishes. And so some of that will go in here with the wings as well. But anyway, so it's a nice dinner. I like doing camp dinners. I don't like them to always be typical camp dinners. I like to do different kinds of things. And, you know, it's fun. And you get so many things that are downsized, you know, so you could get a variety of things without taking up all your storage space, which is really super cool. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. Like I said, I got the Hefeweizen. There was some lime, kind of pulling the flavor, the fond off the bottom of the skillet. And I'll be adding a little bit of bone broth and the rest of that marinating liquid, as I said, that was in the chicken, and let that just cook and reduce down. And then it'll take me about a quick 5 minutes to finish off this dish here, which is going to be the vegetables. Might save a splash of bone broth for them, and then toss the noodles in, a little soy sauce to top it off, and it'll be pretty decent. Anyway, so I'll keep you guys updated here on how this one goes along. I think it's going to be pretty good. See ya. Okay, so our wings are just kind of bubbling slowly and staying warm. I'm actually going to turn them off and let them just kind of temper a little bit there. So I'm getting ready to do my ramen. So I have, I'm going to hold out. The green onions are supposed to go on top of the wings when they're done. Anyway, so I see what I'm doing. I'm kind of like separating my aromatics. Who's going to get in here? So I have just simply some garlic and onions for aromatics. Real simple. So as I said, after breakfast this morning, I decided to do my prep. Now, I'll tell you what, guys, I use, you guys. It's so simple. You know those bag salad mixes, those chopped up salad mixes? This is a Asiago kale. Well, I didn't want to do Asiago, but I wanted the kale, the hardiness in this ramen to kind of complement the Asian wings. But I wanted some kind of substance, make it feel a little more rich, more camp, you know, like. So I omitted, you know, I just pulled a handful of the greens out, not using the sauce at all, not using the dressing pack. Pulled them out. And so basically, I'm going to just saute some flavoring agents here. Let's call it that. How's that sound? Some onion and garlic. And get them caramelized a little bit. And then add this kale mix. And then I'm going to add a little bone broth. And then I'm going to put in these noodles that I pre-cooked. Toss them around little bit of soy, maybe a little salt and pepper. But anyway, so the point I was getting at is these bag salads have a lot of versatility, and I can buy one bag at $3.99 in most grocery stores, somewhere around there, and get 4 meals out of it because I don't use them per se as just salad, okay? And because I don't always have the best space for storing things, but I sometimes will put a handful of them in a soup. Sometimes I'll put a handful of them in like potatoes or rice, and then sometimes I'll just use a handful, the fourth handful or whatever, to toss with some of the dressing and make a little salad. So, if you're trying to economize because of camp, and space, all right, storage space, but even at home, if you want to economize, just because, food costs have gotten so ridiculously high, and if you're trying to eat healthy but economize, these are really good ideas and things to look at. So kind of broaden your scope a little bit. Don't look at that bag salad and go, oh, look, a bag salad. Okay, look at different meals that you could make. Just a handful in this or that can really make a difference. And I am somewhat of a home economist. I do like quality ingredients. And, when I have a gathering, I do enjoy, I really do enjoy putting on the Ritz, you might say, when I can, if it's that type of gathering. But if it's not, if it's barbecue for friends, no, it's still quality. But there's ways to diversify, your menu, and by using products that are far more than what the label says they are. Okay? So anyway, we're going to get this. We're going to get these. Let me see if I can get this flipped. It's kind of a small skillet, but I didn't bring a bigger skillet to camp, and I'm just, it's me. I'm cooking for one here right now. I'm doing photography, entering a couple contests. Photography is beautiful. It's a beautiful art. It's just, and I have a camera that I bought a year ago after my mom passed. And, trying to kind of grow, Anyway, so I got a little choked up there, but anyway, she loved my adventuresome spirit. She always said I had my father's wanderlust soul, and she's right. But anyway, so I bought this camera, and I'm growing and learning it. It's beautiful. It takes phenomenal photography. But anyway, or photos, so anyway, but I'll be sharing those with you as well. So here we are with the little cell phone videos. All right, these just about where they are. We're going to go ahead and add the kale. Remember, this is called Asiago kale salad mix. And I'm not using the Asiago dressing. That's where it comes at, just wanting the substance in the kale. I'm adding it. And we're going to add a little bit of bone broth to help it wilt, to help it cook, relax a little bit. And that takes just a minute. So here the chicken wings are cooling down a little bit, kind of soaking up the glaze, some more of that glaze. I could have put less in there, but, I wasn't going to, save it. So I might as well just dump the whole bag in there and let it take all at once, let the chicken wings take all at once. I think a little bit more of this. Pull some heat in, a little more heat, bring this up. I want a little S&P, a little more S&P. So a little food trick, the deep green vegetables, deep color vegetables are very reactive to salt, okay? So salt actually does help pop the color of the deep color vegetables. There's a couple exceptions. For example, let me think, like red cabbage reacts beautifully to acid, beets to acid, wine, vinegar, but the predominantly green and orange vegetables typically react better to salt. The alkalinity pops the chemicals in, and that gives them their color. So a little FYI, okay, if you're tired of your green food bleaching out, you're probably adding acid to it, and you don't want to do that, okay? So we got this going on, and in a minute we're going to add our ramen. a little bit of the liquid in there when I toss the ramen in, not a lot. Look at, I'm using this plastic fork. I actually have more tongs, but you know, I'm just using what's, you know, I'm at camp. You kind of use what's on hand. All right, I like how this is softened up here. So we're gonna add the ramen, okay, and stir it around a little bit. And I'll kind of move my camera around, but I'm gonna toss it around a little bit here. It will pick up. It will pick up. So, okay, so when I pre-cooked the ramen this morning, I'll tell you a little trick. I'm going to do a video just on that to show you tomorrow. I'm going to do a brunch instead of a breakfast and lunch break. So, okay, we're getting there, but anyway, so I'm going to toss it around some more here. Oop, put that back in there. Anyway, so basically, when I cooked the ramen this morning, I used a camp coffee maker, the coffee pot, because it actually has holes in it, all right? So I didn't bring my small pot, my small cooking pot. I didn't want to use the huge soup and stew kettle. So I decided, okay, I could do this. I could improvise. So this is what you do, right? You improvise. Anyway, so I like this. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to add a little soy sauce to it, toss it a little bit more, and plate, and then I'll show you what I have and I'm done. But anyway, real quick, with a coffee pot makes a really good little pot for more than just coffee. So basically this morning I added about 2 cups of water, got it boiling, dropped my ramen patty in there, and then, excuse me, and then let it cook for, you know, a couple minutes. And then when you drain it off, what's so cool is because the coffee makers are built where the spout is, there's like a shield thing and it has holes in it. So when you pour off all the liquid, the noodles don't fall out, okay? It works like a little strainer. So little tips when you're out camping, you know, and you're running around and you want to bring everything, but you want to be smart. You know, you learn how to improvise and use different things for different things, right? So anyway, so all right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and add a little soy sauce to this, and I'll plate, and then I'll take a picture of that and share it with y'all. Okay, we'll talk later. Bye.